Hello everyone, I am Kaval and I welcome you all to the new initiative by the name of Simplifying History. In this first lecture today, we will try to understand ancient Indian history timeline in case you are a beginner or you are done with history subject. So these lectures can be utilized to make your understanding of history more better. And at the same time, I will try to make you understand that how the time moves. कि अगर हिस्ट्री में कुछ भी हुआ है अगर आप उसको समझ लेंगे टाइमलाइन को समझ लेंगे सो इट इज वेरी इजी टू रिमेंबर द फैक्ट्स दैट आर इनसाइड दो स्टोरीज सो लेट्स स्टार्ट एंड टुडे कवर द एंशिएंट इंडियन हिस्ट्री टाइमलाइन तो अगर हम टाइम की शुरुआत में बात करें फ्रॉम वेयर द इंडियन हिस्ट्री स्टार्ट सो इट स्टार्ट्स विद द स्टोन एज जैसे दुनिया में हर जगह के ऊपर स्टोन एज से हमारी ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री की शुरुआत हुई थी तो इंडिया में भी वो स्टोन एज से होगी एंड दिस स्टार्ट्स रफली 10 lakh years ago. And in this stone age, we hear about, first of all, Paleolithic age, then we have Mesolithic age, then we have Neolithic age, and at last we have Chalcolithic age. Over here, lithic means stone. So this is a part of stone age, and Paleo means old stone age, Meso means middle stone age, Neo means new stone age, and Chalco means that age where humans have discovered copper, and copper was thus the first metal that was discovered by human beings. And apart from that, इस पूरे time period में what are the certain other developments that have shaped the human history? Like the basic occupation of humans during the Paleolithic age was hunting and gathering because this is the starting of human society. अभी हमने दुनिया में कुछ भी एक्वायर नहीं किया है. द ह्यूमन सोसाइटी हैज नॉट फॉर्म्ड, द रिलीजन्स हैव नॉट येट कम. All these things will be developed with the time. So during the Paleolithic age which spanned for nearly thousands of years, अगर आप आइस एज की बात करो तो वो हम Paleolithic age के अंदर ही कवर करेंगे. So hunting and gathering is the basic occupation of human beings. When we move to the Mesolithic age, so over here what humans did was that they started domestications of animal, because of which humans were now able to survive in a much better way because through animals we can acquire the milk products and at the same time they can also give us protection. When we move to the Neolithic age, this is called as a new stone age because in this we started agriculture. Although there is a debate whether agriculture started at the end of Mesolithic age or in the starting of Neolithic age, but that is not a concern. Our concern is there is development in the human society. From the process of hunting gathering we have moved to the process of domestication and now we have started doing agriculture. And इस agriculture से क्या होगा? There will be surplus. This will ensure food security. अगर food security है, so there must be some people free in the society who need not care about the food, so they can engage in trade and commerce. Culture as a whole in the society will develop. तो उसमें आप अलग अलग कल्चर्स देखेंगे डेवलप होने शुरू होंगे जो कि होगा चालकोलिथिक एज के अंदर जहां पर आप अलग अलग चालकोलिथिक कल्चर्स को पढ़ते हैं. So this is the first phase of human civilization. The last phase is called as Chalcolithic age because over here copper was the first metal. But apart from that, this is a clear chronological sequence that how the Stone Age gets developed. And whole of this age is called as prehistory. This stage is called as prehistory. Why? What is meant by prehistory? Prehistory refers to that time period of history where humans do not have any of their written language, nor do we have any evidence of it. ना ही हमें पता है कि उनको कोई written language पता थी, ना ही हमें उनके evidence मिले हैं. तो वो सारा time period becomes a part of prehistory only. और जब हम इस पूरे time period से आगे बढ़े, so इसको हम लास्ट में इकट्ठा करेंगे. जब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं time period के अंदर, so we move on to a time period that is called as now Harappan civilization. This Harappan civilization forms as the second chapter or the second part of Indian history. Why? No doubt this Harappan civilization is a part of this Chalcolithic age only. There is no doubt in that. But we cover Harappan civilization separately as the second lecture because during this time period, these people who were living in Harappan civilization, they were aware about writing. And we also have numerous instances where these signboards have been found at Lothal, Dholavira. So we know that these people knew about writing, but we are not able to understand it. We are not able to decipher their language. So still today, this Harappan civilization forms a part of proto-history. So now what is proto-history? A time period where humans had their written language, but हम उसको नहीं समझ सकते. जैसे अशोकन की जो लैंग्वेज है, so it was deciphered by James Princip in the year of 1837. बट उसके पहले हम उसको नहीं समझ सकते थे, तो अशोकन या पूरा मॉडर्न टाइम पीरियड पहले प्रोटो हिस्ट्री का पार्ट था. जब हमने उसको समझ लिया तो उसके बाद कौन सा टाइम पीरियड शुरू होगा? सो द नेक्स्ट टाइम पीरियड विल बी हिस्ट्री व्हेन ह्यूमंस हैड देयर ओन लिटिल लैंग्वेज एंड वी कैन आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड इट. तो अगर आप हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन तक देखोगे, फर्स्टली वी हैव प्री हिस्ट्री, देन वी हैव प्रोटो हिस्ट्री एंड देन आवर हिस्ट्री विल स्टार्ट. दिस इज द फर्स्ट बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट यू शुड हैव व्हेन यू स्टार्ट हिस्ट्री, कि कहां से हमारी शुरुआत हुई है. So if we talk about Harappan civilization, it is one of the most advanced civilizations of the world, the first urbanization of our country. और इसको अब डिटेल में बात करते हैं because of its urban features only, and then you talk about its decline. और इसके बाद कौन सा टाइम पीरियड शुरू होगा? So now we have Vedic age, जहां से हमारी हिस्ट्री की शुरुआत है, जब वेद लिखे जाएंगे इंडिया के अंदर. And this age is also characterized in two stages. First is the early Vedic age, and the second part is the later Vedic age. Now, what distinguishes early and later Vedic age is the invention of iron. और इसी के साथ आप देखोगे that whole of the early Vedic age geographically is positioned in the plains of northwest. Indus plains के आसपास ही early Vedic age है, but whole of the later Vedic age is in the areas of Ganga Yamuna plains, पाटलिपुत्र की साइड. क्यों? Because there is invention of iron in around 1000 BC. अगर हम रफली टाइम पीरियड की भी बात करें, सो हड़प्पन सिविलाइजेशन 3500 टू 2000 बीसी. अगर हम रफली मैच्योर हड़प्पन फेज की बात करें, एंड वैदिक एज कंप्राइजेस फ्रॉम टाइम पीरियड ऑफ 1500 बीसी टू टिल आप 600 बीसी समझ सकते हैं. सो वी स्टार्टेड अराउंड मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर बिफोर एंड नाउ वी हैव मूव्ड टिल द टाइम पीरियड ऑफ 600 बीसी, एंड यहां से हमारी हिस्ट्री की शुरुआत है. यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड कि ये ट्रांजिशन किस तरह से हो रहा है. When we step into the Vedic age, अब इसके बाद सोसाइटल फॉर्मेशन है, और वैदिक एज के बाद आपको जनपद एंड महाजनपद देखने को मिलेंगे, विच इज द फोर्थ चैप्टर. सो व्हेन नाउ वी मूव फ्रॉम वैदिक एज, द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज जनपदास एंड महाजनपदास. So now what has led to the formation of these janpadas and mahajanpadas nearly about 6th century BC? The fact that we have now started agriculture, और अब तक हम सरप्लस प्रोड्यूस करते आ रहे हैं. और आयरन की इन्वेंशन के बाद, सिंस वी कुड मूव टू द एरियाज ऑफ गंगा यमुना प्लेन्स एंड दे वर वेरी प्रोडक्टिव, वी कुड डू वेरी मच एफिशिएंट एग्रीकल्चर. तो अब हमारे पास सरप्लस है. इट लेड टू द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सिटीज, एंड इन देम वी हैव सम मेगा सिटीज, जिनको हम कहेंगे महाजनपद. यहां से हमारा सबसे बड़ा शहर मौर्यन एम्पायर निकलेगा, या फिर मगध का एम्पायर निकलेगा, जिसमें आएगा हमारा मौर्यन एम्पायर. So we read about Mauryas as the fourth chapter, or a chapter in Janpadas and Mahajanpadas only, and then there will be decline of Mauryan Empire into three areas. In the areas of northwest, अगर हम northwest की बात करें, there will be foreign invasions one after the another. In the areas of Deccan, Maharashtra side बात करें, who will replace the Mauryan Empire? They will be succeeded by Satavahanas. And in the areas of Patliputra, they will be succeeded by Shungas and Kanvas. So foreign invasions में अगर हम बात करें, so इसमें कौन कौन से पावर्स हैं? So we can talk about Indo-Greeks, we have Shakas, we have Kushanas, and then we have Parthians. So these are the three powers that invaded India. But whether in reality were the Indo-Greeks the first power that came to India? No. The first power that came to India was before the advent of Mauryan Empire. हम सबसे पहले Achaemenian Empire के बारे में पढ़ते हैं, the invasions from Persia, Iran, and then we read about Macedonian invasion, जिसमें हम Alexander की invasion के बारे में पढ़ेंगे in around 326 BC. This is roughly the time period of ancient Indian history, अगर हम decline of Mauryan Empire तक की बात करें, and these are the all chapters that you will read in ancient history from starting till end of Kushanas. And ultimately these powers will also be replaced in the time period to come, and these will be replaced by Gupta Empire. So all of these powers one after the another will replace them, and in the end we will have Gupta Empire, and along with the Gupta Empire we will replace Satavahanas. So Vakatakas will replace Satavahanas. And in case you have read ancient history, so you will understand that why Guptas and Vakatakas, they were at the same time, they were ruling concurrently, because Prabhavati Gupta was the daughter of Chandragupta. She was married to Vakataka king, and since that king died very early, so this time period is called as Gupta Vakataka age. अगर आपने हिस्ट्री पढ़ी है, so very good. अगर नहीं पढ़ी, so this is the basic timeline that goes by. And then this whole of this Gupta empire will also decline, और इसमें अलग अलग हिस्से बनेंगे. Then we will move to the medieval history. पर इस लेटर गुप्तास में से वन ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स कौन सा है? वो है वर्धमान डायनेस्टी, या फिर द टाइम पीरियड ऑफ हर्षवर्धन. उसको हम अलग से कवर करते हैं. सो इन केस अगर आप यहां पर देखोगे, वी हैव कवर्ड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग दैट इज आउट देयर इन द एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री. वी स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द स्टोन एज. दिस इज योर फर्स्ट लेक्चर. So this is your chapter 1, where you will talk about Stone Age, Paleo, Meso, Neo, Chalco. From Chalco there is another chapter by the name of Harappan civilization. हम उसके बारे में समझते हैं. And these chapters, this forms as pre-history, this forms as pro-history. And why now history start? Because यहाँ पर हमारे पास written evidences हैं, and also we are able to understand it. So history starts. From history we have Vedic age. उसको हमने दो हिस्सों में divide किया, early and later. And when we move forward from Vedic age to Janpads and Mahajanpad, this is a very logical sequence. ये क्यों हुआ, ये शहर क्यों बने, लोग आगे बढ़े हैं. We have discovery of iron. We can now clear the forest. We can now dig deeper into the fields, because हम जो dig down कर सकते हैं. Earlier we were using the plows made of wood, और wood बहुत ज्यादा dig down नहीं कर सकती, वो टूट जाएगी. अगर हमारे पास लोहा है, हम कर सकते हैं. तो जनपद, महाजनपद. अब जनपद में से कौन सा सबसे बड़ा शहर निकलेगा? मगध. अगर हम इसको भी डिटेल में बात करें, सो ओवर हियर वी हैव मगध, और इसमें कौन कौन सी डायनेस्टी आएंगी? वी हैव हरियाणका डायनेस्टी, वी हैव शिशुनागा डायनेस्टी, वी हैव नन डायनेस्टी, एंड आफ्टर नन डायनेस्टी वी हैव मौर्यन एम्पायर. तो मौर्यन एम्पायर आपके सामने आ जाएगा. मौर्यन एम्पायर बहुत बड़ा एम्पायर बनेगा. वो डिक्लाइन होगा इनटू वेरियस एरियाज. अलग अलग एरियाज में पाकिस्तान की साइड अलग पावर्स आ जाएंगी फ्रॉम सेंट्रल एशिया. Indo-Greek, Shakas, Parthians, and then Kushanas. In the areas of Deccan, they will be replaced by Satavahanas, because बहुत बड़ा empire था, तो अलग अलग powers ने replace किया Satavahanas. In the areas of Patliputra, where they were having their administrative capital, so they will be replaced by Sungas, Pushyamitra Sung, and then Kanvas. And all of these powers will eventually be subsumed under a greater empire by the name of Gupta Empire, the golden age of Indian history. Satavahanas will be replaced by Vakatakas, but why these two powers will rule concurrently, that I have explained. And ultimately Gupta Empire will also decline, because history में कभी भी कुछ भी constant नहीं रह सकता. This is a basic law of nature. आपको पूरी इस ancient history timeline में यही मैसेज देने की कोशिश की जा रही है, that nothing will remain forever, so always be down to earth. So Gupta Empire will be replaced by Vardhan dynasty, along with some other powers which were not that relevant from the Indian timeline perspective. And this is roughly the whole syllabus of Indian history, ancient Indian history also, that you cover for UPSC. So जब आप किसी भी सब्जेक्ट को, किसी भी टॉपिक को, या फिर किसी भी पोर्शन ऑफ हिस्ट्री को कवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं, ऑलवेज मेक इट अ पॉइंट कि आप उसके पहले चीजों को समझें कि वो टाइम कैसे मूव होता है. अब इसके अंदर नो डाउट इसके अंदर बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स होंगे, बहुत सारी कहानियां होंगी जो आप पढ़ेंगे, बट व्हेन यू आर एबल टू लुक एट अ बिगर पिक्चर, यू आर एबल टू कोरिलेट द फैक्ट जो उसमें आएंगे कि अगला टाइम पीरियड क्यों आया, किस तरह से रिप्लेस हुई. एंड अगर इस तरह से हम हिस्ट्री करेंगे, then it becomes very easy. I have been teaching history in this manner only for the last 4 to 5 years. So till now, I hope कि आपने पूरी हिस्ट्री को समझ लिया होगा. अब अगर उसको एक रफ स्मॉल पेज पे हम उसको डिस्क्राइब करने की कोशिश करें. So our history starts with Stone Age. In this, we read about Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, and then Chalcolithic. Out of this Chalcolithic, we move on to the Harappan civilization. From Harappan civilization, we move on to the Vedic age, divided into two parts, early and later, with the distinction between invention of iron. From Vedic age, we move on to an era of Janpadas and Mahajanpadas, from which Magad will emerge as a supreme city, which will have concurrent successive dynasties by the name of Haryanka dynasty. Then we have Shishunaga, then we have Nanda dynasty, and at last we have Mauryan Empire. Mauryan Empire को हम डिटेल में स्टडी करते हैं because this was the first big empire of India, first imperial empire. But with that time, it will decline into various aspects. Firstly, on the areas of northwest, it will be succeeded by foreign invading powers by the name of Indo-Greeks, Shakas, Parthians and then Kushanas. बट इसके पहले भी हमारे फॉरेन इन्वेजन हुई हैं ड्यूरिंग द टाइम पीरियड ऑफ नन डायनेस्टी. वी हैव मैसेडोनियन इन्वेजन and before that we have Achaemenid invasion. And in the areas of Deccan, these powers were succeeded by Satavahanas. Mauryan power in the areas of Maharashtra was succeeded by Satavahanas, and in the areas of Patliputra, these were succeeded by Shungas and Kannavas. And then whole of these powers will be subsumed under a single power by the name of Gupta Empire. Along with that, Vakatakas Satavahanas will be succeeded by Vakatakas and these powers will rule subsequently. But जैसे हमने हिस्ट्री को समझा, no empire will remain forever. So these powers will also decline and then we enter into medieval history or the early medieval period. And in the decline of Gupta Empire, there is another important dynasty by the name of Vardhan dynasty. So roughly this is each and everything the story or the timeline of ancient Indian history that you cover for UPSC. पर अगर आपको ये आइडिया समझ में होगा ये किस तरह से मूव होता है, आपको हिस्ट्री पक्का से ही आसानी से समझ में आएगी. I have made each and every student voice there in the foundation class to make this timeline every time we study ancient history. And जब भी आप अपने लेवल के ऊपर ancient history को पढ़ो, एक बार के लिए timelines आपको क्लियर होने चाहिए. And इसी तरह से in the next lectures we will try to cover the timeline of medieval history, then modern Indian history. And through these you will be able to have a clear picture that what history means, and the name of the series itself suggests that it is simplifying history. So I hope कि आपको अच्छी लगी होगी. So this was all for today. मिलते हैं अगले लेक्चर में. Thank you so very much.